Okay, how are you? I'm Chris. I don't know what your name is, but I'm Chris. Yeah. Now, I'm assuming this is your timeline. I'm assuming this is your timeline you've exported from Premiere. That's if you're a Premiere user. I'm assuming this is your final product. That's if you edited if you've done everything in Resolve. So, from here, what you're going to do, yeah, you come to this first tab. You can call it the media tab if you want to. Let me put these clips in the bin. Where where create a bin with selected clips. Yeah, now I'm assuming you have everything in bins or a bin. You get so I'm assuming you only have video clips here. So what you do is select everything that you've used. So that is Control A or Command A if you're on a Mac. Then come to File here, come to Media Management. Then from Media Management, you see this option here. This is the timeline. This is the option that shows you the timelines you've used. So you only take the timeline that you want to export as your final timeline, and there may be multiple here depending on how many timelines you have in your project. So I only have one, and it is timeline 1. You get, so I take it. Then you come to entire project. Then here our main goal is here. You come to used media. And trimming, keeping. These are handles, frame handles. Now the purpose of these handles, they're like extensions of clips that you've cut. Let me say you may need to put a transition after you finish editing, or you know, you may need to use them for anything like that. Mostly transitions, if it were me, you get, or you may need to extend the clip in front or behind a bit. So that's the purpose of these frames. That's why they leave for you this space in front, like 60 frame handles. It means you have 30 frames in front and 30 frames behind. You get, I don't know if you get my point, but that's the main purpose of this thing, frame handles. And if you look at this, these are now 60 frames. If I reduce them, my new size here is going to reduce. Let's say, like, if I only left 2, if I only left 2, you see my size here has changed. It is now 205.3 MBs. You get, whereas if I put it back to 60, my size is what? My size is 1.4 watt. 60 media handles. My size is 542 MBs. So the point is, the more handles you leave, the bigger the size of your footage. Now, where you might use this, let's say, like, you want to set a maximum of 50 GB. You don't want to exceed 50 GB. So you can play with play with these handles. To regulate the size of your total outcome. But if you have no issue with sending 60 plus GBs, you can leave them as you can leave them any number you want. You get, so right now I'm leaving them at what? I usually use 10. So I'm leaving them at 10, and you see when I put them at 10, now my size is 293 MBs. You get, now this is 293 MBs. It means out of the 1.6 GBs of the total 1.6 GBs that I've used, it means I've only used 293 MBs of the clips that I've cut off my timeline. So from here, the next thing you do, is to find your destination. You can call it folder send. Create, send. You open. Then you say start. You start now, depending on how long, or depending on how long your project was. It's the number of minutes you're going to be waiting. Now this was like a short timeline for just demo purposes. But even if it were like a 2 to 3 minute video, okay, depending on also your machine, it would take like 15 to 20 minutes. So from here, you're done. The next important step you do, you come back here. You come back here, you go to file, then export. This is crucial. Export timeline. Now the crucial step, the other crucial step here is now you go to the folder that you've named send. Make sure you select that. Sorry, let us go back. When you're exporting this timeline, timeline is XML. It's the same as XML. When you're exporting this XML, make sure, please, I'm noting this. Make sure you select a Final Cut Pro. Make sure it's a Final Cut Pro XML. FCP7 XML v5. Make sure you select this, because now this one is a universal one, meaning even if the person you're sending to has a downer version of Resolve, right now I'm using 21. Even if a person is using a downer, okay, no, regardless of the version a person is using of Resolve, or any or any version of Premiere, or any editing software, that means they can usually they can easily use this, you get. So you select this, and then you save. Anyway, that's all. Now for you to make things easy for the person receiving this, for you to make his work or her work easy, you can create a new project here. Create a new project and call it send. Let me say send for grading. I get. You call it send for grading. Now you create a new bin. Create a new bin. Now this new bin, importing the files you just put on the desktop. Now this new bin, you come, these files, the files are here. This one, you drag them here. You can change this. Now you create a new, you can also create a new bin. You can call it XML if you want. This new XML, now you can import in the XML from the desktop, and the one you call this Final Cut Pro XML. Make sure it's a Final Cut Pro XML. Don't make a mistake of sending a DaVinci Resolve XML, the DRT version XML, because the problem with this DRT version XML, if I was using Resolve 21, that means the person has to be using Resolve 21. If a person is using any version lower than that, that means they won't be able to use it. So you have to make sure it's a Final Cut Pro XML. So I select the XML, then you import it. I uncheck this, okay. Then I select the folder for the bin with the footage. Click OK. Then you see. Now what you do from here, you can export this as a project, like a project file, like a Premiere Pro project file. Now this is the DaVinci Resolve project file. Put it in the same destination. Where send. Put in the same destination, name it whatever you want, and then save. Now this is our final folder. We have the clips, we have the DRP file or the Resolve project file. Now this Resolve timeline, let me even delete it because it may confuse you. Just make sure you don't export don't export a Resolve timeline unless the person you're sending to has the same version of Resolve or a higher one. Keep that in mind. So let me put that in my bin. Now this is the timeline, which is crucial. So yeah, you zip this, then send. And if a person knows what he's doing, he'll know what to do.